It surely won't be long before we start seeing robots every now and then. The world is going digital, and every single aspect of our daily living could be caught up in this incredible change. Over the years, several advancements, including AI, have stormed many industries, with even some of these things being identified as a threat to certain jobs in the industry. And with more to come in the future, could it finally be time to say goodbye to some jobs? Well, in today's video, we'll be taking you through 10 jobs that will disappear due to AI. And even better, we'll hint at some that might just never disappear. If you're new to the channel, well, this is Lavish Luxury. If you've not already taken the action, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel. And let's get you going with some of the best luxury and finance content you can think of. Now let's head back to what we have for you today. Number 1. Drivers. Cars are not exactly how we used to look at them in the past. Then, all you thought of was a car that could just get you to your location and you didn't necessarily care about the functionalities. Today, several improvements have been made, with cars now even being run on batteries and having interactive interfaces, all to give you a better experience. Interestingly, that is only a tip of the iceberg. I mean, there will be a time when you'll be driving on the road and the car right beside you won't have a driver. With the introduction of self-driving cars and fully autonomous vehicles, the employment of drivers is expected to see a sharp decline, because these automated cars are able to do exactly what is expected of a driver. And even so, you don't have to pay the extra cost of having a driver. Number 2. Cashiers. A lot has been said about the cashless policy, with some embracing it and others pretty much not yet. Well, one thing is certain, and that is the fact that people will be willing to choose comfort over stress. And one thing that the cashless system does is to bring comfort. You don't have to move around with cash before being able to buy something. And even when you buy, you can do it all from the comfort of your home without paying through an online payment platform or even using cryptocurrencies. With this, the need for cashiers becomes understandably low, as companies would surely prefer the option of dealing without cash and brokering a seamless online transaction instead of hiring cashiers. Number 3. Waiters. There used to be a time when this was one of the most common jobs and perhaps the easiest you could get. But now, things could get really different with robot waiters now coming into the picture. If you're quite a fan of movies or TV shows, then there's a huge possibility you've seen these robot waiters in action. They can simply work longer hours and can deal with any stressful situation more effectively than your regular human waiter. To add to that, they're pretty fast too, and won't be prone to any human error like you'd find with a human waiter on some occasions. With that, it's pretty clear why they would drive out human waiters from the job in a few years. Number 4. Travel agents. There was a time when you'd want to go for that exotic holiday trip to Dubai, or Santorini, or Baku, or simply one of those peaceful and serene attraction centers of the world, and you'll have to go up to a travel agency and speak to an agent who would charge you to help you with that booking and everything needed for your trip. Today, that's pretty much something of the past, with people now able to do all that arrangement and preparation by themselves, just by sparing a few minutes or hours to research their destination. With options like Skyscanner and Trivago, you can simply make arrangements for your flight and hotel reservations based on your travel plan. Even better is that you can even compare spots you find and get detailed reviews to help guide you as you plan. Number 5. Mail carrier. I think it's safe to say that in the next 5 to 10 years, there would be no such thing as traditional mail carriers. It is one of the job categories that is disappearing pretty fast. Today, you hardly receive any letters, and even writing a letter seems like something that was done ages ago. With social media and email inboxes now available, all you need to do is to move all kinds of communication on there and you'll get a reply in a matter of minutes, unlike having to wait for the recipient of your letter to first write back, get it stamped, and then post it back to you. Surely seems like a long-ass process that no one would be willing to do again, with advancements now making things easier. Number 6. Bank tellers. There's absolutely no need to hit the panic button if you work in a bank, because there'll surely be valuable roles available even with AI. However, you might want to start thinking about the future if you're a bank teller. These days, online and telephone banking has made things very easy, such that you can manage your account, make transfers, and do every basic thing right from the comfort of your home. Even with ATMs, you can deposit money without going into the bank, and as such leaving bank tellers with little or nothing to do. And even with cashless policies seeming more prominent these days, the likelihood of holding cash and taking it to the bank is quite low. So bank tellers will likely disappear when AI becomes fully immersed in the banking system. Number 7. Sports referees or umpires. Sports have witnessed a huge improvement in technology over the past few years. Some years ago, you'd probably have never thought some of these things would have existed. But today, they're around and even here to stay. In football, for instance, things like goal line technology and video assistant referee are becoming quite a common thing. Even better is that there is talk about robot referees who will stay on the sidelines and pick even the slightest of detail in the game, one of which is an offside. With these kinds of technology, it removes the possibility of errors or controversies, usually coming after a human refereeing decision, and as a result, we might yet not see too many referees in the game in a couple of years. Number 8. Retail salespeople. Not only is e-commerce gaining popularity every day, but it has become one of the most reliable, stress-free options for shoppers who do not want to go through any form of physical shopping. All they do is just sit at the comfort of their homes and make the order, and then it gets delivered to them without any hassles or issues at all. Aside from this, many companies are now doing more to give shoppers some more control over their shopping, with features like self-checkout now being used, hence eliminating the need for retail salespeople. Number 9. Advertising salespeople. If you want to run an ad today, your best bet of having the best reception which could possibly lead to sales is through social media. Advertising has moved away from print and TV, and as such you no longer need people to help you manage your ads or even get you ad space on any of those traditional platforms. Instead, you can do all your advertising on social media, and even better is that you're able to monitor your advertising efforts by yourself. And with the number of users present on social media, it makes it a faster and easier way to get your products out there and also make money. To add to this, it also becomes a complementary effort to your business, as you can even make sales from there while also directing your efforts to your physical store. Number 10. Research analysts. In the past, market research analysts were pretty useful if you needed analysis of any kind, or the development of messaging, content, and products too. But these days, those things are possible with AI and surveys which can help to compile whatever information you need more easily. Many companies, like Bloomberg and Forbes magazine, have already tapped into this, as Bloomberg replaced some of its staff with a program that could write stock news faster than human journalists, and even Forbes magazine also using the services of robotic journalists to create and check annual reports. With this already in play by even some of the biggest companies, it's pretty much likely research analysts will reduce in the coming years. With all these jobs mentioned, you might then wonder what jobs won't kick out AI. Well, for that we've actually got you a list of some of them, mainly from the business, education, healthcare and art sector. These jobs include event planners, software developers, writers, editors, public relations manager, sales manager, human resources manager, doctors, pharmacists, chief executives, graphics designers, lawyers, scientists, and psychiatrists. There's a whole lot more AI won't entirely kick out, but one thing is certain, and that is the fact that AI owns the future. Which other jobs do you think will disappear because of AI? Kindly respond in the comments section, and don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to the channel, as well as turn on the notification bell button. See you in the next video.